welcome to the Kerrang podcast. We are backstage at Sonisphere, day one. Stephen, LostAlone. How are you?
I'm very good. It is day one and I've played already, so it's kind of all over in a weird way.
Oh.
But I had a great show, so I'm really, really happy.
How did it go?
It was great. I always have that worry on festivals that no one will come to see, people, but it was a packed tent and people were singing and had banners and stuff, so yeah, felt really nice. So I'm still kind of got that post-show, I'm a bit of a weirdo, because I'm like all happy.
We have to mention the plug that you're sporting.
Yeah, it's not fashion. I mean, I could tell you the two stories, one of which is a lie. Okay. One is that our set was so incredible, and the electricity in which I create when I'm playing music meant that I've also been able to now I can charge phones for the rest of the weekend via my own electricity. Yeah. The other story is that because I had to come and do press, the splitter bus drove off and I still had a four-way around my neck. And now it's become all I've spoken about for the last 2 hours.
I think we know which story is true.
It's definitely the first one. Definitely, yeah.
And because obviously you're playing to such a big crowd, is there anything that's lost, do you feel, like when are you so as close to them? We've
done, like in support tours, we've done a lot of like arena stuff, so I think I might have thought that in the past, but I really love the spectacle that you get as the band that no one else gets to see, which is of seeing loads of people. And I think when you're in a band, at the end of the day, you've got to think you're good, otherwise you won't be getting up there. So it's just like there's loads of people to convert to the cause of your band. So for me, it's just like absolutely love it, and I'm never anywhere more at home than on the stage and that feeling you get when you know there's been a connection, especially with new people as well. There's a lot of new people in the audience today, so absolutely. I've no idea what the question was now, actually. I tend to do that a lot. Feel free to change the question.
Because obviously it's daytime, it's a festival. Do you ever get food envy? Do you see people in the crowd having some chips, having a curry? Yeah, hold on a minute, I need some of that. Well,
it's been well documented that I've got a massive issue with chocolate. Okay. Like most people, drugs, alcohol, but I've never smoked a cigarette, let alone done drugs. But I have a major issue with chocolate, and it's serious. I mean, it's not to be laughed at. I mean, I've consumed like them yards Jaffa cakes, just straight down, and then gone straight in on another. So the only envy I ever get is I noticed someone had a mint aero about 4 rows back in our third song, and to be honest, I almost cancelled the show. Yeah. I was just going to make a beeline for them, straight down, eat it, and the problem with the mint aero is, I don't know if anyone else gets this at home, but I sweat there when I have a mint aero instantly.
Really?
Like the second I ate a mint aero, I just sweat there. So it probably wouldn't have been a good idea.
Is it minty?
The sweat?
Yeah.
I've got quite bad sinuses, so I don't really know. But,
wow.
Maybe next time it happens, I'll have to quickly get someone to smell the under eye. What's that called? It's not the cheek there, is it?
No, I think it's the eye. No, it's not the eye socket, is it?
No, because it's kind of like the...
Yeah. It's normally, I just have bags, so...
Well, I can't see any bags, but maybe people could email in or something and let us know what that area is called.
And your favourite chocolate bar?
I like Lindor, and I like the Lindt Bunny, especially the ones that are very big.
Have you had the white chocolate balls?
I've got to be honest, I've had every variety you can get. My favourite, which you may not know about, is the white chocolate limited edition with strawberries and cream. Oh, so inside the white, it's kind of speckled. Yeah. The inside is a strawberries and cream situation, which is unbelievable.
I have here a skeleton cup filled with questions of doom.
Questions of doom, wow.
Would you like to pick one
I
out?
Definitely would.
How could you resist?
I could not resist. We've got a song called, We've got a song called Doomageddon, so it's quite... Name one song you wish had never been written. Yeah. Wow, that is. I understand the premise doom. Now. The doom. The one song I wish had never been written. Brazil. ITV's coverage of the World Cup. I mean, nothing against the guy, but I mean, seriously, the BBC one is really good. I can't remember how it goes. I mean, to be fair, the Brazil is obviously hooky from a songwriting point of view. Yeah, I mean, you knew what I meant instantly, didn't you? But yeah, I mean, it didn't need to happen, did it? They could have just said Brazil.
They're competing.
Can I go again? Am I
allowed? Another one.
I don't know. I was really excited to go again. Just a little pointer for me. If you're going to write doom questions, I wouldn't go for a nice kind of purpley pink pen. I'd have gone for like
That's
a.
the
I'd have
point,
gone. Yeah, it is a bit off-putting. Yeah, you're allowed to introduce one new world law. What will it be? I have to get well, not too serious because maybe people won't take it seriously, but it would be that like you have to buy music. Not, and that can count, paying for, but you have to, I just wish the industry had known and been clever enough to realise that because of their lack of foresight, bands like myself, bands who haven't even started yet, they're going to have such a harder way of actually being able to exist. Your favourite bands are not going to exist because people don't realise how much it really affects bands to steal their music. I know people talk about this loads, but it's a real thing. Yeah. It's almost become cliche to say it, but I think it's the opposite. It should be said more by artists playing things like this. Whether you're a massive band, it doesn't matter if their stuff gets sold or stolen. It's a huge issue for everyone, including the press and everything, because there'll be nothing to write about if new bands can't come through. That was me being serious. It's probably one time you'll actually ever see it. Yeah.
Do you think that obviously there's a lot more vinyl around now and downloads count in the chart? Do you think that makes a difference?
I love vinyl. That's what I listen to personally, and I get the whole chart thing with the what's it called, the Spotify counting. But what that's cool for showing a band is doing well. But the stat for Spotify, so like you need 4 million plays a month to get minimum wage. So going on Spotify and everything, until they change it. And I would be in a band if I was living on the streets. It's what I need to do. It's my life. But it just becomes a point where some people aren't going to. You can't be a band and exist if people don't buy your stuff to generate. It's not just about getting you money. It's so that if you don't sell stuff, people won't invest things in it so you can record it. So it's a horrible kind of situation. But yeah, so I'm all for the streaming count for charts, but let's make sure the streaming companies actually start paying the people who wrote the songs. That's where I think the issue is. It's fine to, amazing, we're having it in the charts, but it's not actually in any way other than status of, we had this many streams. It's not helping probably most of the bands in the magazine, the Kerrang, it's really not helping.
What is your advice to new bands coming out who are tackling these kind of things?
From that perspective, or just in general?
Just in general, things you've maybe experienced.
The thing I would say more than anything, it's not even experiencing, it's more a thing that I've always stuck to, which is never ever see a band in Kerrang, for example, and go, well, they're on the cover, let's try and be like them. Listen to what's inside you and the honesty of what you want to make, because trying to be like the band that's already big, maybe you'll get signed and because that's what happens, you sign loads of bands that sound like the big band. But it's the bands that do the honest, truthful thing, that have the harder journey, but they're the bands that influence people and end up being the ones you remember. So I always say to bands that starting out, don't, obviously have your influences, but don't go, I know bands that have done this, they're big, well, let's tailor the next record to be that. Just do what's honest and what, for me as a songwriter, I hear my songs. I don't go, let's make it a bit like that and that. It just is what I hear. And I think that's what real music is about, getting out of you what you feel and love. And I think that comes across, bands that are real, I think. You can really tell it. That's my best advice, is just to be, just like the truth, just be really honest about what you're doing, and don't take any influence from what you think. What I'm doing now which I do a lot, is just repeating everything I've said. I think I do this a lot. I say something, then I keep going, I keep telling the same point.
No, it's right. Do you think, because there'll be bands coming through who are influenced by you guys, what would you kind of say to them?
There's nothing wrong with being influenced by bands, but for me it's a very specific thing of when a band blows up, or a certain kind of band blows up, everyone will go, let's be like that. As in, if you already like that, if you're a new band who love harmonies like I do and rocking guitars, and you like my band, and I love Queen, but I'm not copying Queen. It's the style of music. What I'm saying is, don't go, well, this is what I like, but hold on, maybe I can make it if I go like that band, because that's who is currently in the magazines and on the radio. As far as I'm concerned, you may be looking at a year's worth of, this is why that was a fad, but you're not going to have the lifespan of a band if you're an honest musician and songwriter that feels it. That's my opinion. I think it's quite a popular opinion, actually. I just don't know if people express that a lot. Songwriting, for me, is something that I don't have a choice in. It just happens,
Well, thank you for that, and thank you for talking to us.
Absolutely.
Have a good day.